On today's edition of Art House, lecturer and administrator Dr. Kunle Filani exhibits at the Yaba College of Technology in Lagos. Then we cross continents to see how contemporary artist Vivian interprets the strength of the African woman at a gallery in London. We have that and more lined up for your viewing pleasure. A warm welcome to the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami.
The world is like a mask dancing. If you want to see it well, you do not stand in one place.
This exhibition by the former provost of the Federal College of Education in Abeokuta, Ogun State attracted quite a crowd, and that was no surprise considering his personality. Everyone wanted to see what Dr. Kunle Filani had to display in his exhibition.
This is the beginning of greater works and many more exhibitions, local and international, by Dr. Kunle Filani.
Contemporary artist Kolade Oshinowo declares this Filani at 60 exhibition open as colleagues, guests and students step in to look at what this scholar has to show them as he becomes a year older. In a tour through the works, the celebrant explained to them how he has married tradition and the modern world to the works which has made the cut, which reflects his artistic growth over the years, but the underlining word in all his works is culture. When Dr. Kunle Filani's name is mentioned, what pops up is his signature style, onaism. An art movement which fuses designs and motifs found in the Yoruba culture with modern art.
The noticeable thing in the works, I think essentially is the form that the works take, because I belong to a school called Ono, School of Art. That is, we use Yoruba traditional motifs and forms to render compositions in a modern way. It is important for us to do that because we must situate ourselves in our culture and allow our culture to be interpreted, to have that dynamism, of change, towards, the modern era. So when you look across the work, you will see patterns and motifs, even though expressing modern themes.
He is one of the founders of the Honor Group of exhibiting artists from Ife. So at that time he was in Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University. And at that there's a trajectory that he and his colleagues, Tolawewe, Moyo Okediji, Nasiru, Bolaji Campbell, that they have actually created in the art balance, particularly with the Yoruba art and the art of contemporary Africa. So with that, they have been able to lay a solid foundation for so many other artists, fine artists, to actually come up, and be able to have a leverage with the international art.
This work of art, called Egungun, is just one out of the many pieces here with a traditional theme, but the artist was looking deeper than just the festival.
What fascinated me about the Egungun is not necessarily the spiritual aspect of it, but the festivity aspect. They said Egungun is a spectacle that you don't stand in one place to watch, you move around it, because it is also moving.
His passion for keeping the culture flame burning and serving it to his audience in an appealing way doesn't make him oblivious of what's happening in his environment.
I normally react to works based on happenings around me, essentially political happenings, social happenings and cultural happenings. You'll see some that are about poverty issues in Nigeria, about environmental problems in Nigeria, about cultural matters in Nigeria, political and social matters also. So these are the areas I explore as themes in my work.
Talk is cheap, and his colleagues are happy to see him walk the talk. Not that they ever had an iota of doubt. Just like many of them, he's been able to practice what he preaches in the classroom, and his skill has not waned with years.
Amongst his peers, he's held in high esteem by virtue of what he's been able to do, the contributions he's made, and he's still making. So I'm not surprised that we had a very huge turnout today to celebrate him. His life is an example for the younger generation. A life filled with service to humanity, a life dedicated to mentoring the younger ones, a life of commitment, a life that is transparent, because Kunle is a gentleman.
He's one of the finest art historians in the country, in Nigeria, and more importantly, he is equally an administrator. So he's celebrated today because he has actually impacted good virtues to so many people, particularly in the field of art.
And while all that excitement was happening in the Yusuf Grillo Gallery, there was something more for the audience to see. That's the act by performance artist Jalili Atko, who's renowned for not just showing an art piece, but performs it, and that's exactly what he did in honor of his senior colleague, Dr. Kunle Filani.